Alright guys, so I've been asked to give a couple tutorials on a couple different killers. So I'm going to start with Artist. I know I did this the other day, but I'm also going to add more to it, kind of do it the same way as I did the other day. I will be uploading this video, or at least parts of this, to YouTube, so everybody will have a chance to refer back to it. Hi Space, how are you? And if anybody has any questions in the chat, please let me know. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna kind of show it on um, a bot match first, and then kind of do some explaining that way, and then I'll probably end up doing a real match, kind of to show the same thing, just in live gameplay. So the first killer I'm going to start with is Artist. She has been the most highly requested killer. Um, that I play. Uh, so we're gonna start there. Hi AJ, how are you? Alright, so I guess I'll keep her skin basic, so everybody knows who I'm playing as. Otherwise, my favorite one is the Leshen. You're okay? That's good. I'm doing killer tutorials, but yeah, I'm doing okay. So with, let's start here. With Artist, some of her more powerful add-ons. There's at least 3 or 4 that I like to circle through. Garden of Rot is up there in the list. It says when a survivor is affected by the crows, so you shoot your crows and they swarm the survivors. If they uh, repel the crows and get the crows off of them, they have the exposed status for 4 seconds. Yes, I will be the killer. I'm doing kind of like a tutorial uh, while still talking to chat and all of that good jazz. So you're going to hear me kind of explain things a little bit differently than what I do in my normal streams, but I'm going to try and keep it as entertaining as possible. So her Iridescent add-on Garden of Rot is pretty high up there. Um, this one would be really good if you were um, using like Plaything or something like that, where the survivors are oblivious. Um, Coming in next to that is another add-on that I love to use. It's called Severed Hands. If any survivors within 3 meters of another survivor being swarmed by the crows will also be swarmed by crows. So if 3 people are on a generator and you shoot crows at them, all 3 of them can essentially get crows, and let's say the 4th one happens to walk by, uh, essentially you can get all 4 of them in one shot. Um, that's probably one of the add-ons I use the most. Let me see. This one, she gains undetectable. It's not my favorite. Um, you can also have 2 crows instead of 3. But yeah, I would do Garden of Rot, Severed Hands, and then my next 2 favorites would be Darkest Ink. So anytime a crow swarms a survivor, they gain blindness for 15 seconds. And if they get the crows off of them, they are still blind for 15 additional seconds. So if they get swarmed by the crows, they are blind, and then 15 seconds after they repel the birds, they're still blind. And then the last one that I really like to use is Silver Bell. When the survivor is swarmed by the crows, they get oblivious, so they can't hear you, they can't see you, like they don't get aura or anything. They have to like actually visibly see you in order to know where you are, because there is no terror radius, there is nothing. Um, so those are the 4 add-ons I really like to use. Um, I mean, there's the one for getting hemorrhaged and mangled. Um, some of these are just like flight ones. The storm's aura remains visible. Yeah. But yeah, so I would say Garden of Rot, Severed Hands, Silver Belt, and Darkest Ink are the ones that I really like to play through. As for Artis, since she is a ranged killer, I like to run some sort of a build like I have up on the screen, which consists of Discordance, Mindbreaker, Alien Instinct, and Lethal. Things can be switched out. I like using Plaything on her. Grim Embrace is obviously her perk, and it's really good. You could probably do Deadlock. Um, Things I probably wouldn't use. I probably wouldn't use Surge on her so much. Pain Res is pretty well good on everybody, but it's not really needed. Whereas if I were to play Spirit, I like Surge a lot because like you have to be quite on them. Um, Whereas Artis, she's a little bit more of a distance. So that's just something to think about. Again, you do not have to play like I play, but these are just some helpful hints if you're looking for a new build or looking for at least, excuse me, a starter build. Artis does have some of the strongest perks in the game, which would be Scourge Hook, Pain Resonance. So anytime you hook or the first time you ever hook a survivor on a Scourge Hook, gens will pop. She has Hex Pentimento, and she has Grim Embrace. So she probably has some of the best perks in the game. I apologize, something popped up on my phone. So again, for this build, what I am going to show is using Discordance, Mindbreaker, Alien Instinct, and Lethal Pursuer. For those who are new here and just, watching my content, I'll explain what these perks do. We'll start with Lethal Pursuer. Pursuer, I apologize, is a Nemesis perk. At the start of the trial, the aura of all survivors are revealed to you for 9 seconds, and then anytime a survivor's aura is shown for a period of time, it lasts 2 seconds longer than what it should. Hi Wolfie, how are you? Alien Instinct. You'll see the aura of the furthest injured survivor for 8 seconds, and then that survivor that is injured is oblivious for 60 seconds. So again, they cannot hear you, they cannot see you, things like that. Mindbreaker. Anytime a survivor is repairing a generator, they are afflicted by blindness and exhaustion. After they get off of the generator, it still lasts another 5 seconds. So again, they can't see you, they can hear you, but they cannot see you, and they cannot use like sprint burst or any lithe or bounce landing or anything like that for 5 seconds. And the final one that I'm using is Discordance. This is any generator within 128 meter range is being repaired by 2 or more survivors. It is marked in yellow, which will, indicate that there are survivors there. And then you can, use your crows and severed hands here, make them oblivious while you catch up. So that's kind of the idea of this. I do have the Yamoka Estate offering on. I'm going to see if I can choose a specific map. Let's do... Okay, for starters... Actually, I'm going to use her map. I'm going to use Area Crows. And let's see what we get here. Now I gotta invite some bots. The bots I have... I'm probably going to take off Scene Partner on them. Can I switch their perks? Hold on. Dots. There we go. edit bot. Here we go. We are going to take off scene partner. I don't know if I have to do this for every individual bot. No, I don't. Okay, so they all have no mither, so they will be injured all game, but that doesn't really, you know, pertain to this. And I think I was using scene partner as just something goofy. So we're gonna go into the first match here, and I'll kind of start with some tips and tricks, and then we'll kind of just go from there. And if anybody has any questions along the way, please feel free to ask. I would love to answer anything. I'm not an expert at Artist, but I do feel like I'm pretty qualified to answer some of these questions and give a tutorial. Hi Ellie, this is for you. This is not what I picked, but alright, it'll work. Alright, so for some of you guys who don't know, for artist birds, there is a cooldown. So I'm just going to do this for example. This is what you don't want to do, is shoot out all of your birds at one time. Because now if you look in the bottom left hand corner, the recharge rate is super slow, and it is going to take a long time. Whereas if what I normally do is I just do one bird, send it out, and now I don't have to wait as long on my cooldown. Another thing with Artist is that you have to be on the same floor as the survivors in order to hit them. So I'm gonna shoot this one here. So you see how that got them? Now I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna do the same thing, same generator. But you see how it flies over it, right? You have to be at the same level as them in order for the birds to actually connect. Now, here's also another thing that most people don't know. So these aren't stairs, but it's like a little ramp, right? So, while I'm talking about this, we're gonna go like this. Shoot the birds over there. Keep them busy. So, remember how I said you have to be on the same level in order to shoot the birds? Well, birds can go up and down stairs or up and down hills. It does not have to apply to that same rule. But like, if I'm back here, I'm waiting on my cooldown. If I'm back here, it still goes down some. It didn't go down a whole lot, but it will still do it. Right. A lot of people don't know that. They can't travel through floors, so like, if I'm up here, I cannot, you know, shoot my bird down to like that generator, right? I mean, I kind of just did. But without the hill there or the ramp, you can't do that. It flies above it. So yeah, you have to be on the same level while you're shooting your birds. I hope this is making sense. And I always like to use one bird at a time, again, for the cooldown purposes. So I can just automatically do stuff like that. Now, I'm gonna try... I don't think I can get a bot to do it. But I was gonna try and show you guys how to shut down loops. Now, I don't know if I can, because I don't think I can get a bot to do it, but we will try. Absolutely, Ellie. Again, I'm gonna post this on YouTube as well. If you guys haven't followed my YouTube channel, be sure to do so. You can find me at B Productions TV. I don't know if you caught what I did there, but I saw Detective Tapp in front of the survivor on the hook. He was repelling crows. Because of alien instinct, I was able to see him. And then I just shot my bird over in this direction and got the down. Okay, the bots tend to run the comp corner, so keep that in mind. And sometimes it is easier to see how a play is done rather than trying to do it on your own. So that's why I'm doing my best to kind of show you guys how to play, rather than just explaining it all. I hear you. Well, I was able to kind of show you how I shot that one down. I'm going to explain what I did. So, obviously, I knew he was going to play the pallet. So I lined a bird up there. When I didn't see him or his scratch marks on, like, this side of the rock, right? I just went ahead and I lined this up because he cannot cross this or come this way if my bird is sitting there without him running into it. Now, he could have ran into it and then taken the swarm of crows, but he did not. And that is how you get a double hit. Oh, I was hoping for a third. Hoping for a third. Alright. But that is how you got the double hit, lining the two crows up. One swarms them, the next one actually hits them. And yes, it kind of sucks that I do have no Mither on the bots, because yes, they can pick themselves up, but that also makes it great for me, in my opinion. Because I have more time to play and show you guys stuff without them dying right away. And Artist by far has one of the best Moris, in my opinion. Would it be a good or a bad idea to throw your crows in different directions? Okay, so we'll go back into custom game and I'll kind of explain this a little bit more. Let me get some bots in here. So because of your cooldown period, some people, and earlier I went against an artist, and they were doing what you're asking. They were shooting out multiple crows at the same time. You can get a lot of information off of it, but again, you don't have your crows back up and ready to go when you're going, let's say, in said direction or anything like that. Sorry, grabbed a drink. The cooldown period is too long. So, I'm going to kind of show it again. So, I could do this, but now I have to wait for my crows to come back, and I don't have anything ready to go. So pretty much at this point, I am an M1 killer. That's why a lot of times I just use one crow. Flip you go. Okay, maybe don't be like me and lose your survivor. Alright, whatever. He's a bot, so... But again, reiterating on this one, this will only go straight. I cannot touch that top gen up there. I have no idea where that bot went. But yeah, so just gathering information, I can send my bird that way and walk this way to check out generators. And by the time I get over here, right, I can shoot another one and catch a survivor. Does that make a little bit more sense? Alright. And again, I am live streaming this video, so I do have people in the chat asking questions, and I'm going to try to answer the best I can as I'm doing this. Now, what I did there, obviously, I sent my birds. They swarmed the survivors. And because he was already swarmed, and I sent a second one, he got downed. So usually if the birds have nothing in contact with them, like there was no walls between them or anything, they will injure a survivor without. So like right here, because there was all this in the way, he just got swarmed. That one I missed. And I shut down this pallet by placing a bird here. So as I was going around it, he has one or two choices. Run for me or get hit by the bird. So pallets aren't really too much of a problem for artists. Again, you can usually shut them down pretty quickly. There was nothing in front of him, that's how I got the down there. Where's Adam at? Another thing, and I just thought of this, is not a lot of people know that if you're near... Ignore what I just said. Okay, apparently you can do it above basement if somebody's there, but if somebody's just on like a normal hook, you have to be back far enough. I just got spun by a bot. Holy... You have to be back far enough away from the hook in order to set your birds. So you're technically not tunneling. While placing your birds, you are a little bit slower. So you have to keep that in mind. So let's see if I can get her on the hook and show you guys what I was talking about with the birds. So like I want to shoot at that yellow generator, right? Because I'm too close to the hook, I cannot do so. But now I can. Now I can't. Now I can. So there is like a little radius to keep in mind when you are close to survivors on hooks, because you can't be super close and use your birds. They do give you killer instinct if you shoot one near a survivor, so that's also easy to get information. Like you might not know exactly where they are, but you at least have a general idea. So Alien Instinct shows they're over there. There's the Alien Instinct. There's the second round of birds. Even though technically it's the first. He's oblivious. We can get closer. Nobody there. We're gonna kick this generator. So I kind of followed the track of where I saw the birds going last, and then sent another bird after Adam that way. There you are. So even though I wasn't like, I didn't know exactly where he was, a good thing about Artist is you don't have to be exact. You can like pre-lead and pre-predict where survivors are going to run to and use your crows for long distance shots, because obviously I was clear across the map on that. Artist is pretty forgiving until you jack up that. Don't do what I do. There we go. And now we use Alien Instinct. By the time I get over here, I will have another bird ready. And there we go. So there is a couple more tips and tricks with Artist, again, shown on bots. Now, I am going to do my best. I'm going to play a regular match, not on Chaos Shuffle. Got another drink here. A regular match, as Artist, with that exact same build. So we will use, look for it, call it Brain. We'll use Discordance, Mindbreaker, Lethal, and Alien Instinct. And again, you can change the build however you would like to. This is just one of the builds that I like to run. So I'm going to be using Severed Hands and Silver Bell. And you know what? For the giggles, let's throw some... We'll use a coconut screen pie. And I will do it in the regular Artist skin as well. And then after this match, I will take a recording of this. I won't upload it to YouTube like as I'm streaming, but I will be making these different sections. So highly requested was artist. I just hope I'm doing everybody justice and everybody will be able to learn some about her. A lot of people don't know that you have to be on the same level to shoot birds, but they can go upstairs and downstairs or up hills and down hills if shot in the vicinity of them. This might take a minute, so I apologize for the wait. Space, thank you so much for hyping up the chat. I am gonna grab another drink. And again, I am running the exact same build as I was in the custom matches with the bots. Okay, outdoor map. It does have some hills on it. Alright, so using lethal. Sprint burst. And that's how I shut it down. I hear the generator behind me, so I'm going to check that out. Oh, this Nancy knows what she's doing. Let's go, Nancy. Ooh, good spin. We're gonna try and get some information as we're going. Ooh, just missed her. Shoot a bird that way. I heard this generator. Ooh, I just missed her. She's pre-dropping. Ooh, good patience on her part. Okay, we're gonna clean up some of these pallets here. I know I've kind of locked in and was quiet, so... Do we think she screamed? Okay, we're gonna go back this way. And we're gonna use Alien Instinct. And GG's. And I hope this tutorial for Artist, even though it is quite lengthy, helps somebody who's at least, you know, trying to familiarize themselves with Artist and kind of her playstyle and what you could do with her.